Silicon Valley entrepreneur who started an international sensation when he put butter, like this, into his coffee to boost his brain power. And we've talked about it on the show. The creator of Bulletproof Coffee is back with more simple ways to sharpen your mind and improve your mood, including the new ingredient he wants you to add to your coffee. Now, that is also going to curb your hunger. That's the beauty of this whole thing. Please welcome the ultimate brain hacker, Dave Asprey. How are you, Dave?
Great.
You've hacked your body. We're going to talk about this really cool idea you're going to share with us today that maybe takes it one level past that. But let's talk about you. As a young man, you were not the peak physical fitness guru you are now. You were sluggish, you were overweight, you weren't the person you wanted to be.
I was 300 pounds, and I kept exercising and eating less.
Well, look at you. Yeah, a little younger, I guess. Not much, though.
Yeah, I felt like I was failing, because no matter what I did, the weight was always with me. I worked out an hour and a half a day for a year, and I couldn't lose the weight.
Just to be clear, the physical change is one part of the puzzle, but it's the mental change that I'm more focused on. And a lot of us are struggling. Why is that? Why were you struggling?
I was struggling because my brain was weak, and I didn't understand why.
So how'd you figure it out?
I figured it out by testing everything. I interviewed hundreds and hundreds of experts, and I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars hacking my biology and realized it's all about the energy in my brain.
All right, so Dave has devised an instant test you can take right now to determine your brain strength. I want you to take this quiz on DrOz.com, grab a pen and a paper, and keep track of how many yeses and nos you have. It's super simple to do, and there's lots of good news if you don't fare as well as you might have hoped. So, first question, do you lose track of important dates? If you're not sure, ask the person sitting next to you. If I asked my wife, Lisa, I would get yes for that. All right, it's first question. They're all yes or no. They're only 5 questions. Second question. You crave sweets after a meal. Yeah, there are people putting their hands up here. I'm actually not in that category, but I know lots of people that I know well who are. Are you late for appointments all the time, or are you often late even? More than you should be. I'm definitely here. Unrefreshed from sleeping. When you wake up, do you feel like you actually got the sleep you were supposed to get, even if you slept a couple hours? Again, yes or no questions. I'm actually pretty well here. And finally, do you snap at people over small things? Well, I do snap at people sometimes. People related to me in particular. You call this the middle finger syndrome, the overactive middle finger? Is that what you call it? Right?
Indeed.
So how do we grade this? If we have 3 out of 5 yeses, that means we have a brain weakness.
You do.
So that's okay, everybody. Because guess what? Dave has a simple way of hacking our brains, what we're going to do today, to build a stronger memory, gain more energy, and better your mood. And it all starts with burning fat for fuel, which is a very big concept. This is a fundamentally important part of how our body works. Now, we all have in our cells these little power plants. They're called mitochondria, but you're not going to have a quiz on that later. These power plants work very elegantly. They take in food, and they convert it to sugar oftentimes, which goes through the factory and rapidly makes energy, and you've got very clean smoke coming out. When you're young, it's perfect. Everything's efficient. Clean smoke, lots of energy, and you got the sugar coming in. Everyone's in a good place, right? Here's the problem. As we get older, these factories begin to age, and that same energy, the sugar, comes in and very slowly allows energy to trickle out, and look what happens up here. Those beautiful white, happy puffs of white smoke are gone. Now you've got this scary-looking toxic green smoke coming out. That is bad for us at many levels. Dave is challenging this paradigm. He's arguing that if you replace sugar with fat, this is what happens. Now why? Why would you challenge orthodoxy?
Fat has more energy in it. When we go into this mode called ketosis, where we have just a little bit of fat burning in our brain cells get happy. And the more energy that you have in your brain, the happier you are too.
So sugar, I understand the risks of. Introducing fat's not always so easy to do. Your most famous hack to do it, and you have several, but the most famous is this Bulletproof Coffee, which I gotta say I've started using.
Wow.
Now, and I use it in part on weekends. I don't, on the weekdays, I'm sort of organized making the show. On but weekends, I've been experimenting a little bit, and I'm intrigued. So you've got your own version, which is, very special beans, and you've got this MCT oil. But everyone at home, you argue, can make it right now. And it's pretty basic. So we can get close with coconut oil, actual coffee, obviously, and then adding grass-fed butter. Why does this work?
It works because you're having 0 sugar and 0 protein in the morning, so your body has nothing to burn but fat. And when that happens, your brain wakes up. Usually within 15 minutes of drinking this, you feel more like yourself and your cravings go away. So instead of having to say no to the donuts at 10 a.m., you just don't care about the donuts.
Why does it get rid of your cravings to have, specifically, for example, grass-fed butter?
Grass-fed butter has fat in it that raises the level of ketones in your body. The ketones signal your hunger hormones to just turn them off.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.